for the most part, I've got everything painted up. It's now just a matter of putting it back together once it all dries out enough. Finished off his sword. So there's that one. I did go ahead and do the Zodak staff, which for the most part actually came out better than I expected. And got his gun ready. Which that was a little rough trying to get around all that silver, not go into it. Not that I couldn't have painted it back over, I guess. I did go ahead and also do the battle axe that came with the He-Man figure. I think that one actually looks pretty nice, if I do say so myself. The head was a little bit difficult, and I got to do a little bit of cleanup on it. But there's that, which looks kind of morbid, considering I've just got this head in my hand here. And let's see here. The armor is still got a little ways to go. I had to do quite a bit of extra painting on it. And then finally, the actual body. I've still got to do a few things, and you can see where I've got him taped up to prevent as much splashing as possible. And I did get the bands a little bit lighter than I meant to, but for the most part, I think it came out fairly decent, considering this is really kind of the first time I've ever done anything like this. But, oh, and I went ahead and did the shield too. So after that, next time you see it, I'll have him all put back together. Well, after a couple of days, and a lot of swearing, and a whole lot of, fine-tuning and finagling and so forth, and things I didn't expect I'd have to do, I'm finally proud to present, ladies and gentlemen, the poor man's Wun-Dar. Now, you can see there's definitely some differences in mine versus the real thing. For one, there's a lot more silver tone to the straps on the boots. That's the biggest difference. There was a problem with the He-Man that came in that pack. For some reason, his foot here is just a little bit disjointed from the rest of his leg, and I just couldn't get it to go back in. So, had some issues there. I haven't added, I'll get to it, but I haven't added the little insignia with the Wonder Bread yet. But I'll be getting around to it. The sword's not quite the same silver. You can tell it's almost a shinier. I mean, in comparison to, well, here's the official Power Sword. You can see the silver in this is just a little bit duller. Well, actually, this camera's not showing it too well. But this one's a little bit duller than this. But, there wasn't a lot I could do about that. The gun came out nicer than I expected it to. And I did try as best I could to put some silver on the rivets around the belt itself. Not just his belt, but around the armor here. Though the silver on the rivets, that proved to be a pretty difficult thing to pull off. But here he is in comparison to where he started. So here's poor man's Wun-Dar, and this is the He-Man figure I started with. Not too bad, really. I mean, they definitely look different from each other now, compared to what they were when I started. And you no longer have pink jewels in the belt, so that's pretty nice. But, overall, this I think is the closest that I'll probably ever get to actually having the Wun-Dar figure, because, I mean, let's face it, they go for $70-something a piece right now on eBay, and there's no way I could touch something like that. This wound up costing me $30 for the Toys R Us He-Man, and then, what, $5 in paints and brushes. Now, admittedly, this is the first time I've ever done any customizing, so there's certainly a lot of flaws to it. Probably a lot of stuff that thankfully isn't going to show up on camera. Still, I gotta admit, it's actually kind of fun doing this sort of thing. I don't think I'll make a habit of it, but maybe occasionally here and there, if I get a hold of an extra figure or a transformer or something, I might try and do something with it. But anyway, this has been the Freelancer and the poor man's Wun-Dar, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this little clip show thing. I don't know what you call it. And just to show you before I go, like I say, I did go ahead and make some other weapons for him. I gave him Zodak's staff. It's no longer pink anymore. That's all nice and finished. I'm going to be putting this shield on him, which that one was actually quite a bit of work trying to stay inside the lines on here. That proved a little more difficult than I thought it would be, but still easier than doing this. This axe was definitely the hardest thing to make, but I really like the way this came out. If I do say so myself, I'm pretty proud of that one. And I'm probably going to go ahead and put the Beastman shoulder pads. I'm probably going to go ahead and put those on him, because again, I mean, he's a fake, so I can do what I want to him. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have liked it, and I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.